Hey, it's me, Mike the Entei, coming at you with a reaction video. Here we're going to react to MandJTV's Can He Beat Pokemon Platinum. I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to watch this video on 2x speed, and if that's too fast for you, then play the video at 0.5 speed. Alright, let's just get right into it.
Greetings, Poke fans! Michael here, and today I'm going to be trying my toughest Pokemon playthrough challenge yet. Can you beat Pokemon Platinum?
Alright, this seems like a very difficult challenge. It's not for the faint of heart. Pokemon Platinum is known as one of the hardest Pokemon video games, and if you're not ready for it, you will lose.
That covers all the intro stuff, so let's dive in. The first step is
Based. Just go right into the challenge. Love to see it.
taking a starter, and I went with Pip.
Alright, very important choice. I think Charmander is, not Charmander, Trico. That's one. The Fire-type Trico, best starter because there are, like, very few Fire-types in Sinnoh. I mean, the Elite Four in Diamond and Pearl only has 2 Fire-type members, so there you go. But, I mean, Piplup's not a bad choice. It evolves into a Steel-type, which is very good. Alright, let's see what happens next.
Piplup. Those of you familiar with my content might be confused by this pick, since in the past I have not been shy about my disdain for Empoleon.
Understandable. It's a pretty weird design.
However, I thought that maybe by choosing this Pokemon and embarking on such an incredibly difficult and challenging journey together, the two of us might form a bond.
Based.
A James bond.
Double based.
I named the Piplup James. Next, I caught a Starly, since a strong Pokemon like Staraptor will be necessary for a challenge.
Very, very good choice. Starly, probably one of the best early game encounters. It's not a very good HM user, unlike Bidoof, but it's very strong. It learns close combat. It'll be very interesting to see how this goes.
This. I named it Nimbus, but it had an attack lowering nature, so I caught another one. I named this one Stratus, but it had a speed lowering nature, so I caught another one. I named it Cirrus, and it had a defense lowering nature, which I could live with, so I went with this one.
Understandable. So here's the thing, right? Staraptor needs its attack and speed, because it is very frail. If you lose that frailty, that's very good. Now, it's very interesting that he's not playing with Dupe's Claws. He's allowed to get multiple Starlies there. But, I mean, hey, his run is rules. That Dupe's Claws can make things fun, but not Dupe's Claws can also make things fun, too.
After a bit of training, I had my second battle with my rival, not subbed, because after all, those who are not subbed are the enemy.
Very true. Subscribe to me and to him.
Make sure to subscribe, everyone. Turn on notifications, you know the thing. By the way, I won my first battle against my rival. I didn't mention that earlier because it didn't work well with the timing of the James Bond joke because my Piplup did not have a nickname yet, so.
Understandable. Forgiven.
Anyways, for the second battle, I won it easily thanks to Cirrus calling both of his Pokemon.
Yeah, see, Starly, very, very good Pokemon. Now let's see how he handles the first gym leader of the game work. Usually, this is not a run killer, especially if you have your starter evolved, but we'll see if his starter has evolved by then. I don't know if he's playing with level caps or not.
Event of note was the first gym battle against Rourke. James took down Geodude with 1 hit, then Onix with 2 thanks to a potion. This made James level up to its evolution level 16, and I became worried that if it got all the experience from Cranidos, it would level up again and miss Prinplup's level 16 Metal Claw as a result.
Ooh, very important. Yeah, see, you don't want to over-level in these fights, because it can really mess you up in multiple ways. It's good that he's thinking about this. You gotta think about this when you're doing challenge runs like this.
This led me to do some wacky switching, bringing in Cirrus for a bit, but after surviving with just 4 HP, James took down Cranidos. After the battle, both James and Cirrus evolved, each receiving an increase in power and a decrease in cuteness. I made my
Ooh, very true, honestly, very true. Prinplup, much less cute than Piplup. And Staravia, much less cute than Starly. But I mean, Staraptor and Empoleon are pretty cool. Staraptor is way cooler, though.
way to Floroma Town in the Valley Windworks without catching any other Pokemon, which meant it was soon time to battle Mars and her demonic
Okay, Mars, very difficult. Comes at you like a truck. You don't know what's coming, but then you just get destroyed usually. Let's see how he handles Mars.
Perugly. Cirrus took down Zubat, but took a crit bite in the process. Then came the true threat, the Perugly. Thanks to this fat cat somehow being faster than my bird, it got Cirrus down to red HP before Cirrus could even land 1 hit.
Very true. Perugly is insanely fast. I think it's even like faster than Latias. Like, it's insane. You gotta be prepared for this.
I withdrew Cirrus so I could bring it back in and intimidate later, so in went James, while the Perugly repeatedly
Ooh, okay. Honestly, based. Very good strategy. Switching in and out your Intimidate user is always a very good idea.
attacked. James kept using Bubble, which was weak, but had a chance to slow it down. James got Perugly down to about a quarter health before falling, but his sacrifice allowed Cirrus to come back in and land a crit quick attack, winning me the battle. To be honest,
Very good stuff. Sometimes you gotta make those kinds of sacrifices in these runs.
I do not know if the crit mattered for that last quick attack, but
It always matters. Crit always matters. Always play like you're never gonna crit, and then you do crit, and then you'll win.
if it did, oh my god, I would have lost. I told you guys, this is a brutally difficult playthrough challenge.
Yeah, Pokemon Platinum, very, very hard. Lots of boss battles, lots of tough Pokemon, lots of Pokemon that evolve late. Very hard.
A little while later, I arrived in Eterna City to admire the statue that I made that color edit of that's gone wildly viral.
Yeah, hold on. Can I just see
this
the
is a
color?
brutally difficult playthrough challenge. A little while later, I arrived in Eterna City to admire the statue that I made that color edit of.
Yeah, look at that. Amazing. Amazing amazing stuff. Yeah. Can't wait to see how they do this in the remakes. How they make this happen.
That's gone wildly viral. Seriously, I see my own picture on my Instagram Explore page like at least once a week. Then I challenged Gardenia for the second batch. Cirrus OHKO Turtwig right away. Cherim took a few hits to KO due to its bulk and some potions, but Cirrus eventually took it down after only taking 1 hit. Finally was Roserade, which Cirrus OHKO'd. A terrifyingly close battle, but one that ended in victory.
Yeah, honestly, Gardenia, very easy gym leader, especially if you choose the Fire-type starter.
Quick side note for those who don't know, whenever I say I OHKO'd something, OHKO is OHKO, which is short for 1-hit knockout. I took it down using just 1 attack.
Yeah, very based on, you want to explain terminology to people so that you can let them in on the know so they can better understand your challenge run. Very based.
Cut in hand, I could now oust Team Galactic from their own building. On the top floor, I had to battle Jupiter, and James took her Zubat out using just a couple bubble beams.
Will he talk about the Skuntank? The Skuntank has Night Slash, which loves to crit.
In came Skuntank, whose Night Slash did a disturbingly large amount, and my bubble beams did disturbingly little. James only landed one hit before falling, but this allowed Cirrus to come in and intimidate it. Cirrus repeatedly wing attacked while Skuntank failed to land any poison gases. Finally, Cirrus took it down.
Wow, AI throwing there. AI loves to throw in Platinum and in all other games, honestly.
Another incredibly difficult battle in this very tough challenge. Once that was done, I decided to head to Wayward Cave. With how difficult of a playthrough challenge this is, I need strong Pokemon.
Very true. Very, very true. Wayward Cave, you can also get Gibble, which evolves into Garchomp, which, as we all know, was very, very OP.
And what Pokemon could be stronger than the strongest trainer's strongest Pokemon? That's right, I wanted Garchomp.
Based. Garchomp, definitely worth it. If you can get it, get it. Just don't crit it like Jaden did.
All I had to do was make a beeline for the secret segment of Wayward Cave, go in there, and catch a Gibble. But then what happened next? Well, I think it's better to show you than tell you.
Whoa. Pog.
What? What? Oh my god! I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I have not modded the odds of this game. I just...
Pokemon XD music. Based. Pokemon XD, best Pokemon game.
What? Oh my god. And I have it on camera. I think I might just huck Pokeballs because the Zubat's gonna have a high catch rate, right?
Is this Zubat going to be on his team? Golbat, Crobat is also a really good Pokemon. He already has a flying type, but, I mean, he's going to have an all-bird team. He's going to have Empoleon, he's going to have Staraptor, and he's going to have Crobat. But Crobat's really good. It's really tanky. It's good offenses. Got a lot of great moves in this gen.
What? I named my full 1 in 8,000 odds shiny Zubat Ambush because it was one of the synonyms for surprise on thesaurus.com, and I just thought it sounded really cool. After that chaos, I finally did what I intended to do in Wayward Cave and caught a Gibble I later named Kalahari, and also biked my way through to get the TM for Earthquake.
Earthquake, one of the best moves in the game.
Which is a crazy strong TM to get this early. I began training up Ambush, who shortly evolved into a glorious green Golbat.
Amazing.
And then I went to the other side of Wayward Cave to rescue Mira, and in that process, Kalahari evolved into Gabite. After this, I decided to look up Gabite and Garchomp's level up moveset because I wanted to see when they learned a ground-type move that was stronger than Sand Tomb, and I was disturbed to see they didn't get dig to level 40.
Okay, I did not know this. Wow. But hey, at least you can get Dragon Claw, which is good.
And also never got Earthquake by level up. But I just got the Earthquake TM. Might as well use it. I promptly taught Kalahari Earthquake, meaning I had a...
Okay, based. I struggle with using TMs. I tend to hold on to them way too long. Using them early and often is really good. It can save you, in fact.
Gabite with Earthquake before the third gym. This was going to be fun. Before long, it was time for the third gym battle against Fantina. Despite using Ambush to bite my way through the gym trainers, I led with James. I did this because I knew her Duskull knew Will-O-Wisp, and James was my only special attacker who did not care about the burn attack drop.
Very, very true. Very based. Very good strategy.
James was burned right away, so clearly I made the right call. My penguin friend took a beating in the process, but he was eventually able to take Duskull down. As she brought in Miss Magius, I switched to Ambush. Ambush bit first, flinching Miss Magius and preventing a Psybeam.
Gotta get those flinch hacks. That's how you gotta win sometimes.
It healed with its berry, but Ambush simply had to bite again to take it down. Finally, it was Hunter who barely held on from the first bite and then put Ambush to sleep. She healed while I slept, but then Ambush woke up quickly, biting once more and ending the battle. My unsubscribed nemesis then attacked me in the gate, but with the combined efforts of my powerful
Yo, this rival battle can mess you up if you're not prepared for it.
team, I took him down no problem.
But he was prepared for it. See, that Earthquake TM helped him out. See that Garchomp Earthquake, or the Gabite Earthquake, the Nidoran there.
Subsequent journey to Veilstone City was uneventful, and thanks to the power of both Ambush and Cirrus, I felt comfortable immediately challenging Maylene's gym. First, Ambush immediately O-code Meditite. Ambush's next wing attack did about 2/3 to Machoke, but then...
How will... Oh, Earthquake Gabite. Easy clap.
And fired back with a critical hit Rock Tomb, taking out most of Ambush's health and lowering its speed. Due to my fear of being outsped, I swapped in Kalahari, who...
Ooh, now Lucario might outspeed it, though. Lucario could outspeed the Gabite and knock it out.
After taking a Rock Tomb, was able to take down Machoke with Dragon Rage. In came her ace Lucario, which struck with a powerful Force Palm.
Yep, outsped. That's exactly what I said.
Kalahari tanked it though, and fired back with just one Earthquake, taking down Lucario and winning me the battle.
Alright, nice. Amazing ad. Gotta get that footwear. Let's go. Oh yeah, climb those mountains. Climb Mount Coronet. Go hiking in Mount Coronet. Let's do it. Make it happen. Only $50. That's like less than Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
After that, I knew my next gym battle up was Crasher Wake, the Water-type gym leader.
Okay, this gym leader, fun fact, Grotle does not solo this gym leader.
And since I didn't have any grass or electric type Pokemon, I knew it was time to expand the team. My first order of business was to enter the Great Marsh in an attempt to find a Tangela, which let me tell you was pretty freaking annoying. These things like to flee. After catching as many as I could before running out of Safari Balls, which was only 4.
Catching Pokemon in the Safari Zone is really, really annoying because you have to go through all the muck, which slows you down a ton. It's really, really annoying. And also the catch mechanics make it really hard to catch Pokemon. So yeah, totally understand this play here.
I told you, it was annoying. I grabbed the strongest one, which I named Tether, and added it to my squad. I did sadly bench Cirrus the Staravia to do this, which was a shame because I quite liked using him, but it didn't make sense to keep him around when I already had Ambush, who I definitely intended to keep around.
Yeah, that Crobat's really good. Staraptor's really good too, though. Like, honestly, if you had to keep 2 flying types, those would be probably the 2 to keep. Unless you have Gyarados. Gyarados is like it's really good, especially in the late game because the Waterfall HM makes it very viable.
I wanted to keep expanding the team though, and the next team member I decided
But also, I mean, he already has his Prinplup, so he's pretty much all set there.
I wanted to use was Gallade. I'm quite fond of Gallade and have used it in playthroughs before, but never in a platinum team. I really wanted it because it's really strong, really cool, and also its fighting type I knew would be very useful. I caught a few male Ralts and Curlias.
Galade's not that great. It's kind of an all-around Pokemon, but it's not like it doesn't excel at anything per se. So I don't know if I would really consider it a necessity for the team.
And the strongest one to my squad named Gallant. After fetching the hidden Dawnstone west of Pastoria and then leveling up Gallant just once so it could become Curlia, I used the Dawnstone to make it a Gallade. And then I spent a long time training it up, and it was annoying to do because its only attack was Magical Leaf, which is
Huh. You could run a mixed attack set, but I wouldn't.
a special attack, not good for a physical attacking Gallade, and I had to get it from like level low 20-something all the way to level 31.
Use the experience share. See, the experience share is a really useful item because of things like this.
And she did Psycho Cut, so that was dull. But at least there were a bunch of water and ground types to the west of Pastoria for me to KO repeatedly. A lot. I was then going to train up Tether against the gym trainers, but I forgot about not subbed.
Yeah, see, again, another rival battle just comes at you. You don't expect it.
Attacking me at the door, and this became my toughest battle with him so far since his team was noticeably higher level than mine. I immediately had to withdraw Tether because he led with Staravia, and I went in with Ambush. Thankfully, Staravia's double team didn't make me miss, so Ambush took it down with a couple hits. In came Ponyta, which
You could use Mind Reader, but I wouldn't recommend it.
James almost O-code as it lowered his defense. Then Ponyta hit back with a crit stomp, which did so much damage, but James held on and finished off Ponyta. Next was Grottle, which took a very long time for Ambush to KO due to it using Withdraw so many times, but it finally got the job done.
Yeah, Grotle is very physically tanky, but it doesn't have amazing offense, and obviously it doesn't really have anything that can get rid of a poison flying type, so should be good there.
Last was Weasel, which Tether handily defeated. Let me tell you, that critical hit stomp, meaning a Ponyta almost took out my water type, that made the adrenaline go, ha! I could
Yeah, you got to be prepared. Like these fights are tough. These fights are really, really tough.
finally enter the gym to train up Tether, and during that process it learned Ancient Power and evolved into Tangle.
All right, and more ads. Let's go. My favorite. Yo, Uber, more like Uber tier. Am I right? Hashtag Eternatus.
Drive safe. What do we do with our son gone off to college?
Yo, turbo
What you'll
tax
do is
though.
claim a tuition tax credit for
Yo,
it.
tax
Check
credits,
your file.
super based.
File
Get,
with the
like,
help of an
5 times as
expert,
many
or let an
potions.
expert file for you.
Of course,
Intuit Turbo Tax Live.
it's intuitive.
Growth. A little while later, it was time for the gym battle, and it started horrifically. Wake led with Gyarados, and I with Tether since I had no electric type. First, it bit me and flinched me. I knew that could be a problem, so
Yep.
after that I started to go for stun spores.
Gyarados
to make
is really
slower than
tough.
me. I then missed 3 consecutive stun spores, of which the chance to do so was only 1.5%, and then flinched on
You got to play around it, man. You got to play around it.
the following turn. Flinch, 3 misses, flinch.
You got to play around it. This is part of a challenge run. You got to be prepared to get those flinches, to get those misses. It's gonna happen.
I did nothing for the first 5 turns. Finally, I landed a stun spore, but I was forced to heal since Tether was down to red HP. I
Tangrowth has good physical defense, which is good.
then had to use all of my
So if there was any Pokemon that was gonna get those 5 bad turns in a row, it was gonna be Tether.
ancient powers, plus a Mega Drain to defeat the Gyarados. Since when I got it down to low health, he healed as well. I did not get the Omni Boost any of those
Wait, is Tether's physical or special attack higher? I don't know.
times either. Can I just say that in all my Platinum playthroughs over here, including this incredibly challenging one, the most difficult Pokemon to defeat, in my experience, tends to be freaking Gyaradoses.
Yeah, honestly, wait, Gyarados is really tough because I mean, I think Luxio can't evolve into Luxray yet, and there aren't really any other electric types, and his Gyarados has like a really good moveset, I think, and yeah, it's tough to take down.
Do they have a 4 times weakness? Yes, but they tend to be pretty freaking fast. They carry ground moves. Wake, Cyrus, stop using your Gyaradoses. They're very annoying. Finally, the cursed Gyarados was down, and in came Floatzel. Its Ice Fang did a solid chunk to Tether, but
Yep, another reason, Floatzel has that ice move, so grass types again can't really counter it. You know, this is why Girdle's not a good starter.
Mega Drain healing allowed him to stay alive for 2 hits and then take out Floatzel with 2 hits. Finally was Quagsire, which was an easy one-shot. The battle was won, but not without its frustrations. What an incredibly difficult challenge this is. My gosh. After some defogging and such, I made it to Celestic Town. Then while training against the trainers to the west of town, both James and Ambush reached their final forms after the
That is a very pale Crobat. I did not expect the shiny to look like that.
same battle, which was very exciting. Then it was time to oust Cyrus from the ruins, and immediately I was in trouble. His 3 Pokemon are Sneasel, Golbat, and Murkrow. My only super effective moves for Sneasel were Ancient Power on a Grass type and Metal Claw on a special attacker. My only super effective moves for Golbat were Ancient Power on a Grass type and Psycho Cut on a fighting type, and then my only super effective move for Murkrow was Ancient Power on a Grass type. He led with Sneasel.
Yeah, this fight's kind of tough. His Pokemon aren't fully evolved yet, so it's not as tough as it could be. But I mean, this fight, which is not in Diamond and Pearl, by the way, is can give you some trouble, especially if you don't have like a team planned out for it.
And I led with Gallant, which forced me to switch to James since Psycho Cut can't hit Sneasel and it was my only attack besides Magical Leaf. Sneasel screeched to James twice, dropping it to -4 defense, and James Bumble Beam did less than half in return. I got scared and switched to Tether thinking its bulkiness would save it from the ice moves, but this was wrong. Not only did Ice Punch do more than half, but it
Oh yeah, this is also the last fight before Surf. You beat this fight and then you get Surf, but I mean, before this fight you don't have Surf, so your water types are not going to do as much as you'd like them to here.
froze Tether. I brought back in a refreshed defense James and used Metal Claw this time, which I clearly should have used the first time since it KO'd. In came Golbat and I brought in Gallant. The first Air Cutter did less than half, and Psycho Cut almost O-code. Cyrus healed and I Psycho Cut again, which once again barely did not KO. The next turn I somehow outsped, and that finished the Golbat. Finally was Murkrow, who I brought in Kalahari for. Its Drill Peck did 1 less than half health, and my Dragon Claw did a lot, but it healed with its berry. It Drill Pecked again, but got a better damage roll this time and took down Kalahari.
Yeah, so, oh, I accidentally muted. So in Pokemon, there's like a random chance. So there's obviously crits, right? Which is like 1 in 16 chance to do double damage, or 1.5 in later generations. But there's also a damage roll. So you're not going to do the same amount of damage every time, whether you crit or not. So that's why the Murkrow was able to two-shot the Gallade.
I brought in James, who took a Nightshade, barely did not KO with Bubble Beam, then did KO with Aqua Jet the next turn.
Yeah, Aqua Jet is a priority move. So, yeah.
The primary lesson from that battle was that, my god, I needed some coverage against flying-type Pokemon. Now that I could...
Yep, it's always good. You gotta learn these lessons. That's part of doing challenge playthroughs. You gotta learn these lessons as you go along. You get better and better, and then you just destroy Pokemon games.
Surf, I got the Brick Break TM from the Orbird Gate basement, finally teaching Gallant a fighting-type move. Not long later, I arrived in Canalave City, where Not Subs challenged me on the bridge. This battle sucked.
Yeah, this battle's really hard. All the rival battles are like really hard because Barry actually is a really well-balanced team in these battles.
His stupid Staraptor got up 6 double teams, and it took me 11 surfs to hit it 1 time.
Yeah, evasion hacks. You gotta play around that.
Thankfully, that was all I needed. Against Heracross, I of course missed 1 more time with Fly, but the second hit from Ambush defeated it easily. Kalahari easily defeated Rapidash, and Ambush took down the substantially higher level Torterra in a few turns.
Again, Torterra bad, Crobat good.
Finally was Floatzel, which Tether easily defeated. I then headed off to Iron Island to do some much-needed grinding, and in the process of doing that, well, you're not gonna believe what happened. But
Another shiny?
Because it happened while I was on call with Pokemon 7 and Super Block,
Is it
so
another
let's just roll
shiny?
the clip.
There's no way this is another shiny. Oh my god. Oh no. Does this have self-destruct?
Yes! What? A Growler!
I found a shiny Graveler thing, and it blew up on me.
What? What do I do? 32.
Okay, 32.
In Platinum.
Don't do it.
Yes, it has magnitude.
Throw a quick ball. Just
Oh
throw
my
a quick
God, are you
ball.
kidding?
You have
I
one.
can start chucking balls at it.
Like, that's the most logical thing to do.
Throw a quick ball right now. Nope, that's
Ball.
not a quick
One.
ball. That's not a dust
Broke
ball.
Shines
Uh-oh.
again every time it breaks out, that's kind of rude.
Magnitude 5.
Ultra Ball number 2.
Oh boy. Come on. See, this is why you gotta buy quick balls and dust
Oh, it
balls.
broke out, no!
Oh no.
Come on. Don't do it.
Oh wait, this is great, it's logged into rollout.
Yes,
Alright, it says
that's
60
true.
more, 77.
Rollout will go in for 5
It
moves.
has a bullion, a very
5
unique
moves.
level 32.
Okay, so I'm probably fine, but it could...
So-
a crit is...
But Rollout can miss.
Probably
So,
not. Well, is it risky?
That's true. Alright, I'm metal clawing.
ooh, this might crit. This might crit him.
It did half.
Did not crit.
That means rollout did not miss, so it can't boom.
Gotta throw
Ultra
the
Ball.
Pokeballs. Throw more balls, do it.
1,
Come on.
2, 3. Yes!
Wow.
Let's go! I named the shiny Graveler Korg at John's suggestion. Allow me to introduce
In all seriousness, though, knowing how to play around, knowing the best way to deal with Pokemon that can explode on you, and knowing how to deal with Pokemon that you might be able to knock out with a crit, a lot of the time, just throwing balls is the play. If you throw multiple balls, the chance is actually pretty high. So I would highly recommend, if you're going against like a Pokemon, just throw balls until you get it.
myself. My name is Cool, and evolved it into a shiny Golem not long later.
Wait, how did he do that? I did not know that this was part of the run. How did he do that? Did he trade with Mindy? Was Mindy nice to him? Aw, dude. That was kind of gross.
When it comes to flooring, I'm hard to please. So I
Ooh,
go to Floor
I'm very hard to
Floor,
please
where
too.
I find every imaginable tile, wood,
Yeah,
laminate, or
floors,
stone without compromising
Some of them are
my
great,
design.
some of them are
'Cause
terrible.
one aisle
I'm
doesn't
actually
cut
not a
it.
fan of
I
carpet.
need an entire store.
I prefer like smooth, flat floors. That's just me.
But anyways, Korg became a new staple member of the team, meaning I did bench Kalahari
Wait, why is the...
which
There we
I didn't
go.
want to do, but also, this was a full-on shiny, guys, I kinda gotta use it. And then, later that same day, while battling alongside Riley...
You don't have to use it. Shining Claws is optional, and it's your run, your rules. Like, I don't know anyone who actually has a forced Shining Claws, but that would be interesting to do in a Nuzlocke.
This happened. Hello.
Shiny Dupes Claws? That's something. That really is something.
Got another shiny Graveler. Somehow, I just had to send the ROM file to Nick, aka Superblot, to be like, dude, did I accidentally download a bugged, like one that had boosted odds by accident?
This is
And stuff.
insane.
He says, no, it's full odds, which I don't understand. I have never gotten this many full on shinies in this short amount of time in my life. So I guess I'm gonna try to catch this. Oh, all right. Well, now the shiny's dead. This would be upsetting if I didn't already catch one earlier today. So in summation, I got 3 full 8,000 odds shinies before even having 6 gym badges. I have never, ever gotten more than 1 shiny before beating the league, and most of those ones that I got were later gen 1 in 4,000 odds shinies, so the ones that are more likely to show up. I have never, ever been this lucky in a playthrough. And to any of you that think I might have cheated these shinies in, Why would I cheat in Chinese for the most annoying cave Pokemon? One of them being one that could blow itself up, and then do the blowing up one a second time. After that chaos, I finally took on the 6th gym leader.
True. Also, yeah, yeah, this guy probably just sweep with Earthquake, right? Or no, because he has the Earthquake on Gabite, which he is not on the team, I guess. Like, I would bring Gabite back on the team just for this battle.
Byron. My plan was to Swords Dance sweep with Gallant. I set up the Swords Dance, but then of course the Magneton paralyzed Gallant on the one turn where it had the chance to. Gallant was able to take Magneton down,
Gotta play around it.
And slower than Steelix allowed said Steelix to KO Gallant.
Gotta play around it.
Sweep hopes. I brought in Cord who Earthquaked, lived a Flash Cannon,
Oh, wait.
and Earthquaked again to KO Steelix.
Oh, does Golem learn Earthquake by level up?
The badge was mine.
I guess Golem
New
learns
blood with
Earthquake by level
Clorox
up.
keeps all
We
your
just had an
trash
ad for
all
this
under
one.
control.
Okay, we're skipping.
Next,
Cats
I
are
had to
cute.
battle Saturn at the exploded Lake Valor. This battle
Again, tough battle.
was uneventful, and Cord dealt with his team relatively easily.
Guess not. I mean, to be fair, he does have Golem, which, like, normally you can't get. But still, you gotta watch out for that Saturn fight normally.
This was the battle with Mars at Lake Verity, and this was also mostly uneventful. Gallant swept through her team with little issue. I then began my journey to the Great White North, and caught a few Sneasels in the process. I really wanted Weavile on my team, since not only is it really fast and really strong, but also its stab combination of Dark and Ice would help out with a lot of the upcoming battle.
Weavile is really frail, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm excited to see him used on this team.
Like many members of Cyrus's team, Bertha's team, Lucian's team, and half of Cynthia's team, including her toughest members, Garchomp and Togekiss. Unfortunately, after catching a few Sneasels, I realized that I wouldn't be able to use one quite yet. The soonest Razor Claw is a hidden item in Cyrus's office in the Galactic Hideout, but even then, I could not train up my Sneasel just as a Sneasel. That's because Weavile, and only Weavile, learns Night Slash at level 35, meaning if I trained a Sneasel up past that, I would miss Night Slash.
You could use Heart Scales. Just grind in the underground for him. I mean, I've done underground grinding. It's surprisingly fun, though it is a little repetitive, so I understand not wanting to do that.
Therefore, I made the call to postpone using Weavile until I had the Razor Claw in hand, and then catch a Sneasel that was level 33 or 34 to make absolutely sure that my Weavile would learn Night Slash. It was then time to take on Candace, the 7th gym leader. While James handled Sneasel and Piloswine easily, Abomasnow couldn't be KO'd in one hit, allowing it to get big damage with Focus Blast. James got the KO, but then came Frostlass. Since I wanted to try and feel cool by not using any potions, I let James go down, figuring that my other 4 Pokemon could easily handle Frostlass.
Sometimes you gotta do it for the content.
This was a mistake. I made the severe oversight that the entire rest of my team was weak to Frostlass's 2 stab types, Ghost and Ice, which allowed it to sweep through all of them and lose me the battle. Can I
Gotta do it for the content.
get a hail? No. I just want to say, if I had had Sneasel, I would have been fine. But no, there's gotta be this weird, stupid moveset thing where only Weavile gets Night Slash at level 35 and Sneasel doesn't. Also, only Sneasel gets Ice Shard at level 49, Weavile doesn't, which means it's impossible to have a Weavile with both Night Slash and Ice Shard in Platinum without using a Heart
Yeah, I was just use a Heart Scale.
Scale, which is stupid and ridiculous, and I hate it. My apologies.
Heart Scales are very easy to find in the underground. They're like, they're a 3 square thing in an L shape, and you can find them pretty easily. Like if you go for like an hour, you can find like 5 or 6 Heart Scales. So like, I don't know. It depends on what you're willing to do. Some people say that grinding for items in the underground is not okay, and that's a very understandable thought because there are a lot of items that are generally limited that you can get in the underground, which you might not consider yourself able to get.
Apologies. Clearly, this very difficult challenge was chipping away at part of my sanity. But I was not about to give in. I immediately challenged Candace again, leading with Gallant to preserve James for Frostlass. Gallant dealt with Sneasel easily, and then I brought in James to fight Frostlass. While it was much easier this time due to it not getting the Snowcloak boost due to no hail, it still took several turns to take it down due to double team. Eventually, though, James was able to do it and take down the Ice Demon Woman thing. James then took down Piloswine, then did big damage to Abomasnow before falling to Focus Blast and hail. Gallant came back in
Yeah, this fight would be much tougher if Candace led with the Abomasnow, but she does not, so...
to finish it off, and the badge was mine. This time, hail yeah. After battling my way through the Galactic Hideout, I had my second chance to face Cyrus. Gallant easily took down Sneasel while Korg took down Crobat. Honchkrow confused Korg and I got unlucky with self-hits, so I swapped to James who's recently taught Ice Beam took down Honchkrow. I then grabbed the hidden Razor Claw and dispatched Saturn with
Yeah, so the second Cyrus fight is not too much harder. Obviously, 2 of his Pokemon are not fully evolved, but by this point, you'll have Surf, you'll have other fully evolved Pokemon, so it's actually, I think, might be a little bit easier than the fight in Celestic Town.
It was then time for me to get my Weavile. I caught several more Sneasels since the first few I caught weren't good enough, and once I found this Adamant one, I was very pleased. I named it Devios to make the word devious sound like a cool Roman name. A short while later, I evolved it into Weavile and taught it Ice Punch at the
The Latin word for that would be deviosus, because you go devius, which is the noun form, and then, actually, no, it'd be devium, actually. But yeah, it's not, well, you turn a lot of English words with us, O-U-S, actually come from Latin words that are O-S-U-S, osis. So, for example, dangerous. No, that's not a thing. What's a Latin word? Oh my god. My god, I'm trying to think of them. I'll think of them as this goes on.
Move tutor west of Pastoria. After a bit of training, I made my way out to Mount Coronet to Spear Pillar, having left Tether in the box due to needing an HM mule. At the top, Nut subbed and I took down Mars and Jupiter without a single one of our Pokemon fainting or switching out. Swords Dance, mwah, beautiful move. Can't believe I never used boosting moves as a child.
Yeah, so boosting moves are OP.
Also, it was really nice to have Brick Break up against the 2 Bronzors, which just kept trying to use Reflect and Light Screen, and I just break him every time. After navigating my way through the Let's Flex about the weird stuff and cool graphics we can do on a DS world, it was time for the infamously difficult battle with Cyrus. One of the battles that makes this challenge so insanely tough to complete. James took
Yeah, honestly, his team's all fully evolved now. He's got 5 Pokemon. It's pretty tough.
Took down Houndoom after taking a hit. Then came Gyarados, in my opinion, his toughest Pokemon. I left in my special attacking James to eat the Intimidate. I then switched to Ambush to avoid the incoming Earthquake. Both of our attacks were 3-hit KOs, and since Ambush was faster, that meant I had the upper hand. Unfortunately, my second fly missed, so Ambush fell. I brought in DDoS to outspeed and finish off the Gyarados, but Cyrus healed. Ice Punch landed and froze Gyarados, though, which was incredible, and it forced him to switch to his own Weavile. I swapped to Gallant to deal with the Weavile. DDoS came back in to deal with Honchkrow, and then he brought back in the Dosicle, and I brought in Gallant to set up Swords Dance after the Intimidate. This allowed Gallant to finish it off, and then finally was his Crobat, which I defeated with a couple Rock Slides from Korg. Next
Yep, sometimes it's good to get that free sacks. It helps you win. It's good. Sometimes luck goes on your side. Now, will he Master Ball the Giratina? Let's find out.
was Giratina, and I simply threw the Master Ball at it.
Okay then.
I didn't intend to use Giratina on my team since I'd grown quite attached to the team of 6 that I already had. Plus, I didn't need the Master Ball for another shiny, because if I found another shiny in this run, I did not deserve to catch it. The next event of note was the final gym battle against Volkner. While Korg was able to handle Jolteon no problem, a critical hit Focus Blast from Raichu O-coded, meaning my one ground type.
Oh, okay. So dubium, right? It's the Latin word meaning doubt, basically. And you may know the word dubious from like dubious disc. That's an item in the Pokemon games. So the Latin word for dubious would be dubiosus. That's D-U-B-I-O-S-U-S. Literally like full of doubt. So a lot of English words, like that's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
Was down after only KOing one Pokemon in the electric type battle. There may have been some obscenities yelled. I'm telling you, it's a tough challenge. I brought in Tether, but right.
It is. It really is. Though honestly, this gym battle's not too hard. But I mean, normally you'd want something like a quiet. This gym battle is where Torterra shines. This is like the one fight where Torterra is actually good.
Raichu's Single Beam did too much, and Grassnot did too little. I brought in Gallant, whose high special defense tanked Raichu's attacks very well. I set up Sword Stance and took down Raichu. In came Electivire, who outsped Gallant, but Gallant the Legend lived with 1 HP, and Oko Electivire right back. This allowed me to heal against Luxray, then Oko it right afterward, winning me the battle.
Yeah.
Shopping with Google helps you find whatever you're looking for.
Gallade's a very good. It's an all-around Pokemon. What can you say?
Find best value, read reviews, even see what's available nearby.
Oh yeah.
Your best shopping starts with Google.
Gallant the Gallade and his dancing swords were really saving my butt. I got through the victory road with some feints, but nothing super dire. Then had my final battle with not subbed at the league. So Raptor's close combat did a ton of damage to James,
Yeah,
but it ensured my
this
next
fight
ice
is
with
very
Oko. Then
tough.
DDoS easily Oko Torterra, Ambush easily Oko Heracross, and Tether easily 2-hit KO'd Floatzel. Korg then Quick Claw outsped Rapidash
Yeah.
and Oko it. Then Gallant finished the battle by taking down Snorlax.
Very lucky that he has a team that has like Pokemon that cover all of various weaknesses, because it's very difficult to find a team that covers all the weaknesses. His team is really well balanced overall, but I mean, when you have like the likes of Gallade and Golem, things do get a little easier.
Means every team member got KO, so that's fun. I then spent some time grinding out my team and improving their movesets, but once I was done with that, it was time for the final stretch of this incredibly difficult challenge.
Here we go. Very difficult Elite Four, in my opinion, and in a lot of people's opinions. Let's see how he takes them on.
The Sinnoh Pokemon League. First was Aaron, and this battle went smoothly. Ambush took down Yanmega, Heracross, and Vespiquen, while Korg took out Drapion, and Gallant took out Scizor. Next,
Nice. Pretty simple sweep. I mean, yeah, pretty much any flying type will do a lot against the bug leader. I'm guessing that Empoleon will do a lot against Bertha.
this was Bertha, and this battle also went smoothly. While DDoS took out Gliscor, Tether handled the rest of
Oh yeah, he has the Weavile. Oh my, yeah.
her team, mainly
Bertha
using super
easy.
powerful grass nuts due to how heavy most of her Pokemon are. Next was
Now, Flint, I assume, will be very tough. Flint's actually not that terrible against Empoleon. I remember the first time I beat Pokemon Diamond, I only had Empoleon, and Flint was actually a really big roadblock for me, because a lot of his Pokemon did neutral damage with fire moves, and then his other Pokemon, like the Infernape, had close combat. I would lose to that Infernape so many times.
Flint, though, the Elite Four member that I was the most concerned about. All of his Pokemon are definitely faster than Korg the Golem and could definitely Oko it with a Solar Beam, and James's water moves would be nerfed by the sun. James also does not resist fire, and a lot of Flint's Pokemon had coverage for it. I wasn't sure if Korg and James, my two Pokemon, whose stab attacks were super effective against fire, would be able to beat Flint. So I just swept with Gallant. Since I knew his Houndoom didn't have Will-O-Wisp, I was free to set up Swords Dance on turn 1 while it set up the Sun. Gallant then obliterated Houndoom, then Rapidash. Infernape came in and outsped, doing big sun-boosted damage with Flare Blitz, but Gallant held on, answering with a devastating Psycho Cut. Then all Gallant had to do was outspeed an Oko, Flareon, and Magmortar to win me the battle in a very fun way.
Pretty savage, pretty savage. I'm guessing Weavile's going to come in big here. Weavile's one of my favorite Pokemon, so...
The final Elite Four member was Lucian. Right off the bat, DDoS took down Mr. Mime. He immediately brought in Gallade, and I brought in Ambush. This was dangerous since Ambush is with Psychic, but thankfully Ambush was faster. Landed its fly, and KO'd the Gallade with it.
Crobat's
DDoS then
really
handled
good.
Espeon and
Crobat's
Alakazam,
really,
while Gallant
really
used
good.
Swords Dance to Oko the Bronzong since I had no fire moves. Then finally, it was time for the Cynthia battle. The toughest battle of the toughest playthrough challenge I've ever done. Victory was so close I could taste it, but I still had to defeat her. James took on Spiritomb first, since he resisted all of its attacks. It took some hits and healing on her part, but eventually James took it down. Next was Garchomp, and thankfully DDoS did its job, outspeeding and knocking it out in one hit. Next was Lucario, who Gallant close combated into oblivion. Next was the dreaded Togekiss, which DDoS ice punched. This thing had to have lived on literally 1 HP, and that allowed it to fire back with a 4 times super effective Aura Sphere. I brought in Korg on the turn she healed, and risked an inaccurate but very powerful Stone Edge, and this stupid Togekiss barely survived survived again. The next turn, I clicked Rock Slide.
Yeah,
certain I was
Togekiss
doomed,
is a
but the Lord
tank.
barely held on from the Aura Sphere, landing its Rock Slide and taking Togekiss down. Ambush
Yep,
then
yep.
easily handled Roserade, and finally Tether landed a critical hit Grass Knot on my Lodic, winning
Nice.
the battle. With this
Good-
glorious
good
team,
team.
that really needs to work on their
Good
resource
strategies.
composing, I completed the toughest playthrough challenge I've ever attempted. Gallant's Bigalade was absolutely the MVP. The amount of times Sword Stance either saved my butt from a sticky situation or just won me the battle outright was many, and it was so fun. Thanks so much for watching, and special thanks to my patrons over on Patreon who are helping support my channel independent of fluctuating YouTube ad rates. You can help support me the same way, the link is in the description below. Also, if you want to check out some more of my fun Pokemon content, I recommend these videos here. Alright, that's all I have for now. So until next time, you fans. Happy April Fools.
All right.
Life is
Yeah. So overall, pretty good. Pretty good strategy. Pretty good tactics. Very nice. Very good shiny luck, I would say. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and happy April Fool's Day to everyone as well.